from their own 5-yard line. And the first offensive play of the night, Kyron Williams is the running back. It's Cooper Kupp in motion. And here's Williams, is averaging over 5 yards per carry. So Matthew Stafford came here in 2001, led him to a Super Bowl after a dozen seasons in Detroit. Last 4 games, take a look at that. 3-1. The only loss was in overtime at Baltimore. 12 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Go back to week 8 when he had that injury to his thumb and misses a game and ends up coming back. And since then, as you said, has been on fire, playing as well as anybody in the league.
2nd and 3. They use a ton of motion. The Rams do. A little floater that's caught on the outside here by Tyler Higbee, the tight end. Pulls his way down the sideline out to close to the 35-yard line in the first down.
Joe Woods, the defensive coordinator's biggest fear is eye discipline against this offense of Sean McVay because of the eye candy. Motion, little thing like that can affect who's got who. So you go from pre-snap, having a good idea, they motion to the other side, and now Higbee ends up getting free out in the flat, left all alone, busting coverage.
22-yard gain. Kupp is in the slot. Puka Nacua, that's number 17 in motion, going back and forth. A little flip here to Kyron Williams. He breaks tackles, and he does that a lot. And takes it out to the 38-yard line where Colin Sanders stops him after a gain of 4. Tough runner.
Tough runner. I think the team feeds off of his energy. Between the wide receiver's ability to block and willingness to block and how tough of a runner Kyron Williams is, that's become the identity of the Rams offense. So we can talk about Stafford in the last 4 weeks, what he's done. I think he's been a beneficiary of what this new identity is and how balanced they've become.
There's your late motion. Stafford looks that way, then throws over the middle, and that pass is incomplete. Intended for Cooper Kupp. And everybody's always talking about you use the run to set up the pass. And of course, when you have somebody like Kyron Williams, who's really come out of nowhere, he's 4th in the league in rushing, despite missing 4 games. Had he played in those games and had normal days, he'd be right up there with Christian McCaffrey near the top.
Yeah, it's a great point, Al. And you never know, a guy goes from college to the pros, how he'll respond. I watched him play a lot in Notre Dame. Very similar, not just the results, but how he goes about it, how tough he runs. Team, again, feeds off of his energy and his style and the way he plays the game.
3 different movements in the shifting and motion, and then a side-on pass to Nacua. And off goes the rookie for a first down. You talk about a guy coming out of nowhere. First of all, you draft a guy named Puka. You think he's a 5'8" scat back. Instead, 6'2", built, and he's having a fantastic season.
Yeah, and you know, against the Saints, you're going to get a lot of man-to-man. That's the big thing. Who's going to win the one-on-one matchups? He's caught the ball short of the first down, but there's the physicality. He's not just a scat back.
88 catches, leads the team by plenty. Halfway through the quarter. Nice little run here, a 5-yard pickup for Kyron Williams.
Making a battle to make the team in camp to now becoming a really a pivotal third option when Tutu Atwell is down.
2 coaches, one with a defensive pedigree, the other offensive, each calling their plays in this situation. Sean on offense, Allen on defense, Stafford to the outside, and that is Cooper Kupp to the strains of Coop, making that grab. Alante Taylor covering on the play. That's a gain of 12 and another first down.
How much fun is it to watch Cooper Kupp healthy and having a chance to play again with Matthew Stafford? One-on-one against Taylor. Nobody in the NFL throws that out cut the way Matthew Stafford does. Time to throw, him and 10 together. Very tough for anybody to hold up one-on-one like that in coverage.
Opening drive started back at their own 5-yard line. This is play number 9. And a whistle prior to the snap.
Ball start. Offense, number 87, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Brad Rogers making that call on the rookie tight end Davis Allen.
Davis Allen's stepped up the last few weeks with an opportunity, especially in that Baltimore game, made a big play, and I think he's earned the trust of Stafford and Sean McVay, so he's getting more opportunities.
Right now he's the number 3 tight end behind Higbee and Bryson Hopkins. First and 15 from the 18. Cup. Boy, they smelled that one perfectly. Pete Werner is right there. Did not fool him. Third-year guy out of Ohio State for a loss there of 3 to make it second down 18.
Yeah, great awareness, great anticipation. Anytime you see motion with Cooper Kupp, you got to be ready for this. Remember in the Super Bowl, the game that you called, that was a pivotal play late in that game where they picked up that first down at the exact same play. So Werner was ready for it, made the play, stayed home, and showed good fundamentals there on that tackle.
Up a phenomenal day, of course, MVP as the Rams took home the Lombardi on their home turf. Second down at 18. Williams, nice hole, he exploits it. Still going, fights his way to close to the 10-yard line. So that'll make a third down behind the right side of that line with Dotson and Shelton, the center, and Havenstein coming back. He's been hurt. Third down, 3rd and 8.
You know, they have last 2 games they have played, they've not allowed a touchdown. But again, let's keep it in perspective. Nothing against Carolina or the Giants, but they're trying to find themselves, you know, offensively. This is a totally different matchup tonight against Stafford in this offense. But how about the offensive line in this opening drive from the Rams?
They have come together. It's been a problem.
Yep.
For a good part of the season, but starting to blend right now. Stafford, good protection. He floats one. That's incomplete and a flag. You can see Williams was cutting down the sideline and he get held there by Pete Werner. And Allen saying not catchable.
Defense, number 20. Ball's placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic, first down.
Allen thought the pass not catchable, but it is, and it's a first down.
What a great adjustment by Kyren Williams. He sees Stafford make that throw. That's what makes him start to go towards the football. That's an outcut. But him just reacting draws the penalty from Warner. Keep in mind, Warner early in his career at Ohio State was a safety, so he has an ability out in the space to play in coverage. That time he just lost the football.
11th play of this drive. Williams picks up a couple. Second down and goal now, 3:45 left in the opening quarter. Each team with 1 possession. The Rams have run the ball 6 times and thrown it 5 on this 11-play drive as Sean McVay calls in the plays and Allen calls in the defense.
Red zone, an area that Sean McVay, it's been pretty good most of the year, but the last couple of weeks, especially last week, 1 of 3 down inside the 20-yard line against the Commanders, an area that they want to clean up tonight.
Yeah, he blamed himself.
Yeah, I saw that.
Out of the pistol now. Nakua back and forth he goes. Williams gets about a yard and a half maybe. Saunders makes the tackle, 3rd down and goal.
How about that cut there by Kyren Williams? You know, you go from maybe, because there's penetration on that left side, you go from maybe a loss of 2 to being able with that jump cut avoid the contact and still pick up some positive yards. So instead of being back at your own 5-yard line, just his vision, I think his balance and quicks on display quite a bit here on this opening drive.
3rd and goal, trips to the right. Break it here, Nakua in motion. Stafford rolling, throwing, incomplete. Trying to hit Cooper Kupp, he tried to backhand it and couldn't. So once again, the Rams bogged down in the red zone after they'd gone from their own 5 to the 2 of the Saints.
Yeah, have him stacked there behind Robinson. It's exactly the look that you want. We've seen this so many times from Stafford to Kupp. Typically, that's 9.5 out of 10 times. That's a touchdown, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
14th play of the drive. Crowd, of course, loves it. Easy for them to say. 4th and goal. Rams go 2 by 2 this time, at least for the moment. Now Kupp. 3 by 1 to the right side. Looks that way. Throws that way. Caught. Nakua. Touchdown. just a little short of 8 minutes was that drive as Puka Nacua, the rookie, first 2 years at Washington, last 2 years at Brigham Young, takes it in.
Yeah, and I love that Matthew Stafford gets his ball out quickly. Last week he may have missed one down close inside the 5-yard line where he ended up holding on to it, ended up getting sacked. This time gets the ball out of his hands quickly, and good Nacua, a lot of credit knowing.
7-0, Sean McVay with Coop and Pook, and 95 yards they go against that Saint defense, which had not allowed a touchdown in the last 2 games. Shaheed back to receive. Through the end zone it goes, and the Saints take over the 25. So for Derek Carr, as you look at the numbers on the first 2 drives tonight, I mean, he has really been something, because he's come out of some games this year, watching them.
Number
You see him
73
leave, and you think
is eligible. Number 73.
you'd think he'd be gone for weeks, maybe for the season.
It's amazing what he's had to endure, and it's been not a week or two. I mean, almost for most of the season, he's been battling one injury or another. Showed a lot of toughness to his new teammates, that's for sure.
Over 9 seasons with the Raiders, 5-yard gain. I mean, when you look at Carr, they brought him in. It ended pretty ugly with the Raiders last year. Benched the last 2 games, told don't even show up. Sent him to New Orleans. He said, you know, one of the things he gets back with Dennis Allen, who was his first coach in Oakland when they drafted him, and he started to talk about Taysom Hill the other day. You know, sometimes, hey, you know, another guy takes a lot of your snaps. He says, no, that was one of the things I wanted to come here for.
Yeah.
Fires and going to the ground and making the grab right there is Rashid Shaheed for a first down.
Another example that with the timing, I was just happened to be watching that route live in the coverage, and Shaheed, he sold that like he was going downfield with that speed, and it gave him the cushion to be able to come back. And by the time he started to work back on that route, ball was in the air. So that's not something that we saw a lot of when we had him week 7 against Jacksonville. And I think another example of just the timing and how far it's come.
Now they've got Hill. Takes it, hands it off, inside give, just across the 50-yard line goes Jamal Williams. When the season started, Kamara was suspended, personal conduct violation for the first 3 games, so they picked up Williams, who was in Detroit. This is a guy at 17 rushing touchdowns and over 1,000 yards in Detroit. Said, no, we're going to draft Gibbs. He's free to go.
Yeah, that was a shocker, right? I think a lot of people thought with what Detroit was building, but obviously they knew what they were doing, picking up Gibbs. They have a nice 1-2 tandem there in Detroit now themselves.
2nd and 6. Carr. Pass is incomplete. Coverage was good. That time he tried to get it into Foster Moreau. The tight end Michael Hoyt covering on the play. 3rd down and 6 for the Saints.
And this is a good play here for the Saints to try to figure out, okay, we got Aaron Donald. We know that they move him around from time to time. We know that Raheem Morris does a good job with stunts and twists and games to create one-on-one matchups. Sometimes we'll bring Ernest Jones to create that 5th pass rusher. The way we saw earlier, Jones has walked up now over that right guard. Donald all the way over to the left tackle.
3rd and 6. And he still gets doubled. And that pass is caught, held onto, and just enough for a first down. Olave making the grab. Quentin Lake makes the tackle there in the waning seconds of the opening quarter.
Yeah, James Hurst has the assignment initially, but you're right, McCoy, the center, will work to his left. Wherever Donald is where that center is sliding, just in case, to be able to help out. And they gave Carr enough time. Again, they go back to Olave with the underneath throws because he's such a threat downfield. He's got a nice cushion. And it's the 2nd time they've been able to pick up a first down on an underneath throw to Olave.
He's caught 4.